Good evening, good morning, and welcome to Tencent Music Entertainment Group's fourth quarter and full year 2023 earnings conference call. I'm Millicent Tu, Head of IR at TME. We announced our quarterly financial results today before the US market opened. An earnings release is now available on our IR website and via Newswire services. Today, you'll hear Mr. Cussion Pang, our Executive Chairman, and Mr. Roche Liang, our CEO, who will share an overview of our company strategies and business updates. And then Ms. Shirley Hu, our CFO, will discuss our financial results before we open the call for questions. Before we continue, I refer you to our safe harbor statements in our earnings release, which applies to this call as we'll make forward-looking statements. Please note that the company will discuss non-IFRS measures today, which are more thoroughly explained and reconciled to the most comparable measures reported under IFRS in the company's earnings release and filings with the SEC. At this time, all participants are muted. After management's remarks, there will be a Q&A session. And please be advised that today's call is being recorded. With that, I'm pleased to turn the call over to Cussion, Executive Chairman of TME. Cussion.
Thank you, Millicent. Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining our call today. 2023 marked a pivotal transition at TME, as we remained dedicated to driving growth and prosperity across our music ecosystem while propelling the development of the entire music industry. Notably, our subscriber count surpassed the 100 million milestone in 2023. We added 18.2 million subscribers for the full year, up from 12.3 million in 2022, a compelling testament to our content leadership, platform value, and high-quality user experience. These streams drove consistent growth in music paying users and per-user spend, anchoring our subscription revenues accelerating year-over-year growth throughout the year. In particular, in the fourth quarter of 2023, online music recorded faster than expected revenue growth. Paying users and ARPPU rose by over 20% year-over-year to 107 million and 10.7 RMB respectively. These results mitigate the top-line headwinds from the social entertainment business and visibly contributed to a lift in net profit for the quarter and the full year. Entering 2024, we are also seeing strong momentum in subscriber growth in the first quarter. Such solid performance was driven by our powerful content and platform dual engines. Now, I'd like to share these aspects of our content development efforts fueling this robust, sustainable growth. First, by leveraging and deepening partnerships with domestic and international record labels, we consistently reinforce our competitive edge with an ever-growing selection of copyrighted music. As a result, by the end of 2023, we had over 200 million music and audio tracks on our platform. In addition, self- and co-produced content further differentiated our offerings, increasing our popularity among users. Lastly, our rich foundation of content and relationships with label partners empowered us to capture diverse opportunities across the music industry, amplifying content's value. Let me walk you through some concrete examples. On content coverage and appeal, we recently renewed our multi-year partnerships with Universal Music Group, UMG, to bring users ongoing access to its vast and growing music catalog, as well as a notable sound quality upgrade with music streaming in Dolby Atmos and high-definition formats. Taylor Swift's recorded album, 1989, Taylor's Version, topped all charts in the first week of its release on our platform in October. We also capitalized on this success and further promoted fan engagement with a series of customized interactive song guesting contests. In addition, we renewed the collaboration with Peacock Records, the record label for renowned duo Legend of Phoenix, 凤凰传奇, deepening cooperation across head-started song releases. physical albums, and various artist-related services. We further enhanced our content appeal and leadership across pop, rock, and Chinese ancient style music genre, allowing us to better attract and retain young users. Next, on differentiated content offerings through in-house and collaborative creation. For mid to long-tail music content, we leveraged our wealth of multifaceted resources to enrich our offering and promote its prosperity. As of the year of 2023, over 480,000 indie musicians had contributed over 3 million songs across multiple genres on Tencent Musician platform. By providing comprehensive music training programs and other support, we effectively unlocked their creativity and nurtured their music careers. To accumulate our music access in different genres, we are broadening collaborations with our strategic partners artists. For these more mature artists, we boosted their popularity and advanced their career through increasingly tailored support. For example, this quarter, we assisted jazz singer Liu Lian with her EP production and release, greatly raising her profile and strengthening the fan-artist relationships. Our in-house and collaborative content continue to grow from strength to strength. As a case in point, we had 10 songs showcased during China Media Group 2024 Spring Festival Gala. Our self-produced song, Xu Bathing in the Light, 枕着光的她, was one standout. Such performances generated massive social buzz, pushing user engagement on our platform and greatly elevating our national influence. Another notable example is our self-produced hit song, 心柔儿女, performed by our strategic partner artist, 海来阿木, and covered by a popular Chinese crosstalk performer, Yue Yunpeng. This song went viral, totaling over 1 billion streams on our platforms as of March this year. Last but not least, on maximizing content value through innovation, we scale up our live performance business through diverse event formats in 2023. Capitalizing on the resurgence of offline music events, we host a growing number of offline music tours, festivals, and live house performances to meet strong demand. In the fourth quarter, we hosted world-renowned DJ Alan Walker's 6-city electronic music tour in China. During the tour, we facilitated unique offline merge online services, encompassing interactive fan activities, artist merchandise, ticket sales, and performance management, which in turn boosted our industry influence. In the fourth quarter, we collaborated with Hype Entertainment to launch a line of artist merchandise for K-pop bands such as 17 and New Jeans, diversifying our offerings of content-related peripherals in various formats. As a result, revenue from artist merchandise recorded robust year-over-year growth. Moving on to our continued commitment to social responsibility. In the fourth quarter, in collaboration with local government agencies, we conducted a series of music events to promote cultural and economic development in ethnic minority regions. For example, we partnered with Tencent Charity to organize the 2023 Shenzhen Lingji Music Festival, leveraging offline music performances to help rejuvenate the rural economy with increased tourism. These initiatives not only broaden music's reach geographically, but also expand its positive impact across the industries, maximize its societal value. In conclusion, we are excited about the vibrant growth of the music industry for the years to come. Our powerful content and platform dual engines, underpinned by online music's relatively counter-cyclical nature, will enable us to capture more multifaceted opportunities in 2024 and beyond. Now, I would like to turn the call over to Ross for more color on our platform development. Ross, please go ahead.
Thank you, Kachin. Hello, everyone. Our laser focus on execution resulted in a year of solid music growth and efficiency gains. Our platform's strengths, our insight into users and content, and our dedication to innovation were crucial in achieving this success, all translating into enhanced music journeys for users. Now I would like to elaborate on 3 areas we prioritized to enhance users' experience. First, we expanded users' privileges. This included more industry-leading sound quality selections, rich sound effects, more individualized players, new skins, and additional interactive features. For example, we amassed China's largest Dolby Atmos music library, offering users a more immersive listening experience. Currently, our Dolby Atmos music service is available on mobile, in-car, and PC platforms, enabling a higher quality music experiences across more comprehensive use cases. Furthermore, we hosted a dedicated online MV premiere event for J. Chou's new single, Christmas Star, promoting closer fan-artist bonding and a deeper sense of community. Millions of viewers signed up for the event within 24 hours of the registration opening. We also launched an AI voice feature for this single to further boost user engagement. Thanks to these tailored activities and features, we have recorded a total of over 100 million streams from tens of millions of users. Second, we deepened connections with users through major upgrades across multi-device experiences. QQ Music launched a significant upgrade on mobile and PC in December last year, offering customized user interfaces and music players. As part of Chinese Lunar New Year's offerings, we introduced an annual music reports feature that captures each user's unique music journey. Tens of millions of QQ Music users joined this annual review activity. These comprehensive reports reflect the important personalized mutual bonds that we have built with users on a massive scale. They highlight how and when a user connected with us emotionally, from special moments captured, artist favorite, story discovery, and songs streamed to time spent. We also enhanced in-car music entertainment services. For example, we recently upgraded QQ Music in-car app for Tesla, bringing users a more intelligent interface with better recommendations.酷狗Music newly added the Viper 3D music library, 蝰蛇全景声, to its in-car offerings, spatially optimizing audio performance in a closed cabin environment. Furthermore, we maintained our leadership in smart vocal coverage and recently renewed partnership with Li Auto. Last but not least, our technology infrastructure continued to play a vital role in content promotion, distribution, and discovery. More accurate recommendations drove greater content consumption, effectively improving our user conversion and retention. We are pleased to share that in the fourth quarter, both QQ Music and酷狗Music recorded another record high share of music streams from recommendations. Finally, AI. We continued to expand AIGC applications to enhance user experience and foster artist music creation while improving efficiency. On the product side, we integrated AIGC into music streaming and creation, as well as seeing and socializing, creating an increasingly intelligent and personalized music experience for users and creators. For example, by enhancing QQ Music's AI-enabled listening together feature with additional virtual DJs, each specializing in different music genres, we have made music discovery faster and more personalized. Furthermore, we launched an AI composition tool in Venus, supporting artists' music creation using their original text promos or rhythm clips. Lastly, we integrated an AI sync function into Kugou and WeSing. Initial results suggest that users are increasingly willing to pay for this function as it enables easy creation of song covers in multiple styles and languages. On the operations side, we are using AIGC to make our advertising more efficient and effective, empowering us to better target and convert users. We are also leveraging LLMs to better promote and distribute new songs. They help us analyze songs' audio characteristics and identify the content that resonates most with users. To sum up, we will continue to leverage technology to achieve more efficiency gains in the future. Our dedication and passion for serving hundreds of millions of music users will further inspire us to deliver more compelling music entertainment experiences seamlessly across a broader range of user cases. With that, I will turn the call over to Shirley, our CFO, for a deep dive into our financials.
Thank you, Ross, and greetings to everyone. I will now turn to our financial results. Our strong financial results for year 2023 reflected success in effective monetization for our music services and operational efficiency management. With accelerating year-over-year growth in subscription revenues throughout the year, our online music services delivered faster than expected revenue growth, which largely mitigated the revenue decline in social entertainment services and others. IFRS net profit and non-IFRS net profit were RMB 5.2 billion and RMB 6.2 billion, respectively, up by 36% and 27%, respectively, on a year-over-year basis. In the fourth quarter of 2023, our total revenues were RMB 6.9 billion, down by 7% year-over-year, primarily due to decline of revenues from social entertainment services and others. Our online music revenues in Q4 2023 increased by 41% to RMB 5 billion on a year-over-year basis. This surge was driven by the strong expansion of our music subscription and advertising business, supplemented by an increase in artist-related merchandise sales. Delving deeper into our music subscription performance for Q4, music subscription revenues reached RMB 3.4 billion, which is a 45% increase year-over-year and a 7% rise sequentially. Our refined operation allowed us to expand our online music paying user base while enhancing monthly ARPPU. The number of online music paying users expanded to 106.7 million, representing a 21% increase year-over-year, with quarterly net adds of 3.7 million users. The monthly ARPPU rose to RMB 10.7, up by 20% year-over-year and by 4% sequentially, marking the 7th successive quarter of growth and setting another record. The continued growth in our paying user base was largely attributable to our enriched content offerings, enhanced member privileges such as industry-leading sound quality selections, rich sound effects, more individualized players, new skins, and interactive product features, such as in-car enhancement and interactive features for Digital's new theme Christmas Star. Our advertising revenue also had strong growth year-over-year and sequentially, supported by our diversified product suite and innovative advertising formats. Advertising-supported advertising delivered strong performance this quarter as entrance rate improved significantly. Additionally, the annual Double 11 e-commerce sales event generated higher demand for advertising and contributed to a sequential increase in advertising revenues. Social entertainment services and other revenues were RMB 1.9 billion, down by 52% year-over-year. This was mainly due to adjustments in certain live streaming interactive functions and more stringent compliance procedures, as we implemented several service enhancement and risk control measures in the past couple of quarters. We continue to innovate for social entertainment service and have seen growth in advertising revenues and VIP memberships revenues this quarter. Our gross margin for Q4 stood at 38.3%, marking an increase of 5.3 percentage points year-over-year, and an increase of 2.6 percentage points sequentially. Increase in user base together with higher monthly ARPPU, growth in advertising revenues, as well as ramping up of our own content have enabled us to move to a healthier margin model. Additionally, we have built win-win relationships with labels and artists and managed content costs more efficiently using ROC approach. These efforts have collectively resulted in the increase of our gross margin year-over-year. Moving on to operating expenses. In the fourth quarter of 2023, they amounted to RMB 1.3 billion, representing 18.4% of our total revenues, compared with 18.3% in the same period of last year. Selling and marketing expenses were RMB 255 million, down by 4% year-over-year. Our marketing strategy is ROI focused, where we allocated budget towards areas with long-term growth prospects. We strategically curtailed expense for promotion channel fees associated with live streaming and increased expenses to promote our own content. As our music service continue to grow rapidly, we will continue to spend on channel promotions for these areas. General and administrative expenses were RMB 1 billion, down by 8% year-over-year, primarily driven by low employee-related expenses, partially because we incurred expenses related to NYSE audio acquisition in Q4 2022, but such expenses did not recur in Q4 2023. Our effective tax rate for Q4 2023 was 17.3%, compared to 12.2% in the same period of 2022. This increase was primarily attributed to the accrual of withholding tax related to earnings to be remitted by our PRC subsidiaries to offshore entities. For Q4 2023, our net profit and net profit attributable to equity holders of the company were RMB 1.4 billion and RMB 1.3 billion. Non-IFRS net profit and the non-IFRS net profit attributable to equity holders of the company were RMB 1.7 billion and RMB 1.6 billion, respectively. Our diluted earnings per ADS reached a record high this quarter at RMB 0.83, up 15% year-over-year. Non-IFRS diluted earnings per ADS increased to RMB 1, up 10% year-over-year. These results demonstrated our robust financial performance, enhanced operating efficiency, and the positive impact from our share repurchase program. As of December 31st, 2023, our combined balances of cash equivalents, and term deposits were RMB 32.2 billion, as compared with RMB 31 billion as of September 30, 2023. This combined balance was also affected by changes in the exchange rate of the RMB to USD at different balance sheet dates. Under the share repurchase program announced in March 2023, as of December 31st, 2023, we had repurchased 25.3 million ADS from the open market for total cash consideration of $175 million, of which approximately $72 million were repurchased in the fourth quarter. Next, I'll briefly discuss our performance for full year 2023. Total revenues were RMB 27.8 billion, down by 2% year-over-year. Revenues from online music service were RMB 17.3 billion, up by 39% year-over-year. The increase was driven by strong growth in music subscription revenues and revenues from advertising services, supplemented by growth in other music services. Our music subscription revenue were RMB 12.1 billion, up by 39% year-over-year, driven by growth in both paying users and monthly ARPPU. Revenues from social entertainment service declined by 34% year-over-year due to adjustments in certain live streaming interactive functions and more stringent compliance procedures, as we implemented several service enhancement and risk control measures in the past couple of quarters. Gross margin in 2023 was 35.3%, up by 4.3% year-over-year due to the reasons discussed earlier. Total operating expenses for 2023 were RMB 5 billion, down by 10% year-over-year. Selling and marketing expenses in 2023 were RMB 0.9 billion, down by 20% year-over-year, largely due to more efficient ROI-focused promotional strategies. General and administrative expenses were RMB 4.1 billion, down by 7% year-over-year, primarily due to reduced employee-related expenses, including expenses related to NYSE audio acquisition and expenses related to the Hong Kong secondary listing incurred in 2022. In 2023, we achieved the highest level of profitability in our company's history. Net profit and net profit attributable to equity holders of the company was RMB 5.2 billion and RMB 4.9 billion, respectively. Non-IFRS net profit and non-IFRS net profit attributable to equity holders of the company was RMB 6.2 billion and RMB 5.9 billion, respectively. Finally, I'll conclude with some remarks on our outlook for 2023. We are excited about the growth of the music industry and remain dedicated to driving our growth across our music ecosystem. We will continue to focus on effective monetization and operational efficiency while exploring new growth opportunities and expanding our suite of monetization tools, such as customized artist merchandise, concerts, etc. Additionally, we will continue to invest in high-quality contents and original content productions, as well as new products and technologies such as AIGC. We are confident about the long-term health growth of the music industry and our company. We remain focused on providing high-quality investment returns for our shareholders. This concludes our prepared remarks. We are now ready to open the call for questions.
Thank you, Shirley. If you are dialing in by phone, please press 5 to ask a question and then press 6 to unmute yourself. If you're accessing the call from the Tencent meeting or the vote meeting application, please click the raise hand button at the bottom left. For the benefit of all participants of today's call, please limit yourself to one question at each time. And if you have additional ones, you can re-enter the queue. If you ask your question in Chinese, please repeat them in English. And the first question comes from the line of Alice Poon from Morgan Stanley. Alice, please.
Hi, management. Congratulations on very strong quarter. My question is regarding our 2024 and first quarter revenue growth expectation. Can you share some color, particularly about the music segment? Thank you so much.
Thank you, Alex, for your questions. And in year 2023, I think our online music business has consistently delivered a very strong performance. And our total monthly subscribers have reached 107 million already, which is a new milestone to us. And the total revenue from the music subscriptions has 39% year-over-year growth. The reason behind it basically due to the very efficient execution of TME's content and platform dual engine strategy and the counter-cyclical nature of the music industry. We believe that the fourth quarter's accelerated growth in the subscription revenue really lay a strong foundation for this year's growth. We are optimistic about the industry's future and believe that our users' centric operations and expertise will continue to drive the business forward. We are committed to build a popular all-in-one music and audio platform. And from the product point of view, we will use the industry-leading technology and know how to provide the best user experience for our users. From content point of view, we will continue to provide the best coverage of songs and also some of the new other formats like live performances of concerts and music festivals, etc. So in a nutshell, I think for this year, we are confident that the online music business will maintain a solid growth with subscription services serving as a primary driving force, while continuing to explore the new opportunities in advertising and artist merchandise to grow the business. And as part of our holistic music ecosystem, our social entertainment side will focus on better serving the core users, and the revenue from this part will be relatively stable this year.
Thank you. And the next question coming from Alicia Yap from Citigroup. Alicia, please.
Hi, thank you. Good evening, management. Thanks for taking my questions and also congrats on the solid quarter. I have two very quick questions. One is just curious if management can elaborate a little bit in terms of the user profile for those that newly converted to the membership sub for the past 12 months. Any colors in terms of the geographic location, cities, tiers, age group, and the song library that they tend to prefer. Anything you can share would be helpful. And then very quickly on second questions is if you can update on any upcoming strategies and expectations for the long form audio in terms of the user adoption rate and also the revenue trends. Thank you.
首先我们因为包月整个的一个用户群是一个就是上亿规模的用户群，所以我们基本上还是跟整个的人口结构是比较偏类似的因为可以。
Thank you very much. Thanks for your question. Actually, our user base is already more than 100 million, as I mentioned in the presentation. So the demographic profile of our user base is very relative to the population demographic structure in China.
但是我们从实际活跃角度来看，我们仍然是最活跃的群体，就最大规模的群体仍然聚焦在从18岁到30岁这个年龄段。
Where from the activity of the user, we can see the most active user or the largest group of our user is still aged between 80 to 30 years old.
然后我们目前的整个在包月用户中，他们的活跃的也是包月用户数在整个的包月用户在整个的用户整个的活跃度上也是相对来说是比较高的。
And we can also say that our subscription user is also very active among all the user group we have.
对，在城市分布上基本上是跟目前的人口结构是比较偏类似的，就是虽然可能在一线城市偏更活跃一些，但是规模比较大的可能还是分布在2线和3线城市。
We're still regarding the user profile and their allocation geographically. I think it is the same as the demographic allocation of China. And we may have a more active user in the first tier cities, where majority of our users are still distributed in tier 2 and tier 3 cities in China.
然后在后面的运营过程中，我们也会重点的去关注年轻用户群体，因为这部分仍然是我们可以非常有潜力的发展的部分。
Where in our later operations, we're also going to keep an eye and be more focused on the young user groups, because they are still the one with the most potentials to tap.
对于长音频来说，我们整个的目前的这个策略就是跟我们整个的音乐平台，就跟 QQ 音乐和酷狗音乐平台的紧密结合，这个策略从目前来看是非常行之有效的。
Well, regarding your question of the long audio, our current strategy is still we're going to make the long audio fully integrated with our music platform as QQ Music and Google Music. And until now, we find out the strategy is very effective.
我们更加关注每一个长音频内容的它整体的活跃跟变现的能力，然后基于 ROC 的这样的方式，也去来采购我们市面上的比较热的内容。
Well, at the same time, we're also going to keep an eye on the long audio and especially how active it is and the monetization capacity of this long audio. And we're also going to leverage ROC in order to source the most popular content in the market.
同时我们也在关注长音频的内容在车载市场上的推进，因为我们也非常清楚，在车载市场上，长语小说等内容仍然是非常受欢迎的。
Where at the same time, for the long audio, we're also going to accelerate its penetration into the in-car market, because we clearly notice that indeed the content like the novels are very popular for the in-car application.
所以总结来看，从2023年应该是长音频业务在 TME 里面的一个转型的一年，也取得了令我们超出我们预期的结果基本上我们可以在23年一个相对比较好的业务发展情况下，在未来能够继续去推进长音频内容在整个音乐平台上的分发和它整个的商业效率。
Well, at the same time, generally speaking, that 2023 would be a very important year for the long-form audio, or we call it 2023 a year of the transformation. The result and performance of the long audio is also better than our expectation. So based upon our great performance in 2023, we hope that long audio, the audio can also continue its distribution and commercial efficiency improvement on our music platform.
Thank you. The next question comes from the line of Lincoln Kong from Goldman Sachs.
Thank you, management, for taking my question, and congrats on a very strong quarter. So my question is on the margin, especially the gross margin side. We have seen in fourth quarter accelerating gross margin expansion on a Q-on-Q basis, more than 200 basis points. Could management elaborate in terms of what are the reasons for that? And when we're thinking about 2024, what will be the key drivers for further gross margin expansion in terms of output growth, the operating leverage from content costs and minimum guarantee, or our increasing mix of our self-produced content? What will be the ceiling or medium-term sort of a target for our music business gross margin under this context? Thank you.
Yes, gross margin is 38.3% in Q4, increased by 5.3% year-over-year. And the main factors as follows. The first, music subscription revenues have significant growth. Higher monthly ARPU and paying user base growth both have positive impact on our gross margin. And the robust growth of advertising revenues also has the favorable impact on gross margin. And the third, we gradually ramp up our self-owned content, which benefit our gross margin. And we can see the piece of our own content is increased rapidly in Q4. And fourth, we have been focused on ROC to manage content costs more efficiently and build win-win relationships with labels and artists. Our online music revenues growth ratio was faster than net ratio of content cost. And for gross margin in the Q4 2024, we expect our gross margin will be keep increase and compared to the piece will be lower than the Q4 in 2023. But with our revenue from subscription revenue and advertising revenue also expect to have increased rapidly. So we think that the gross margin will be keep increase in Q1 2024.
Okay. The next question comes from the line of Fang Wei from Mizuho.
Oh, thank you for taking my questions and congrats on the print. I have an ARPU related question. So looking at your music ARPU trajectory, right? You guys finished the year with 16% yearly growth, and I believe your largest peer also delivered a positive growth. But despite that, I think your paying user growth maintained a very solid expansion, right? So it looks like consumers are happily paying up. So I was just wondering if management can help elaborate on your techniques behind, and is it fair to assume continued momentum into 2024? Thank you.
Yeah, I think for the ARPU, we have adopted a holistic approach to grow the subscription revenue with flexibility in balancing between the subs growth and also the ARPPU expansion. So I think that we have a strong start on the subs growth in Q1 2024, and partially because of the effective promotion during the Chinese New Year. And so marginal, the ARPPU fluctuation is to be expected. But I think for the remaining quarters in 2024, the overall, I think the trend should be slightly upward. So I think that we will monitor and also manage it very wisely to ensuring that we have a good balance between the subs growth and also the ARPPU expansion. But you're right that we believe that through a number of years of educations, I think that all of the music lovers in China right now to see the value of music and they are willing to pay more in the future.
Thank you. So the next question comes from Zhang Lei from Bank of America Merrill Lynch.
Hi, management. Thanks for taking my question and congrats on a solid quarter. Two questions here. First is that I think you have pretty good margin and cash flow trend. So do we consider any shareholder returns in the future? And secondly, it's about the user trend in Q4, which saw slightly Q-on-Q decline. So how should we look at the user trend for 2024? Thank you.
Okay, I think that for the share buybacks, we have proactively doing this in the last, especially in Q4 for 2023, and we'll continue to doing this under the currently 500 million share buyback plan that we have, and I think that we have already achieved a really good progress in it. And so maybe Ross talks about.
OK， 对今年其实 Q4 的环比跟前几年的趋势是一致的因为有就是 Q4 的本身的一个开学导致的一个下滑吧。同时我们也看到，就移动端本身也是持续的受到短视频的影响，就流量本身也是有自然流失的压力。
Thank you very much. And I'd like to say the same as a trend a few years ago in Q4. And actually, the key reason is because the students going back to school as school opens. Where at the same time, we also see some impact from the short form video to our mobile end business.
但我们实际上从分析来看，就是目前的整个的流失，从它的活跃天数来看，我们流失的大头主要还是在于低的活跃天的群体。基本上就是我们高活跃的群体仍然还是比较稳定的发展。
Where from the data analytics, we can say that regarding the loss of the user, actually, especially according to the days of the active, the majority of them leaving us are actually those low active users. Still, we maintain our highly active users, and they are quite stable.
那从实际的另外影响来看，就因为23年我们的整个的推广费、销售营销费用的一个降低我们也比较少的减少了在整个的一个渠道上推广，那也是一个我们目前相对 MAU 比较往下走的一个保持有压力的一个比较重要的因素。
Where from the practice, we can also say that in the year of 2023, we further downsize the marketing expenses. And that is the reason we also reduce the channel promotion. And this is also another reason, and that can respond to your question.
那我们其实实际上也要关注，就是整个的除了移动端的这样的一个我们目前的 MAU 以外，我们也实际上也更加关注本身除了 PC 和车载等 IoT 的这渠道上的，就一个传统渠道，一个新兴渠道的本身发展，因为我们实际上在运营上，我们可能更加关注全渠道的整个用户的规模。
Well, at the same time, besides the mobile end, we are also keeping an eye on some traditional channels and emerging channels, including PC end, the in-car channel, and IoT channel. Because regarding the operation, we would like to indeed have the omni-channel user base to be further improved.
所以我们当前来说，在 IoT 这部分的 MAU 还是保持了比较稳定的增长。那在 PC 部分，就 Windows 跟 Mac 这部分，我们还是保持着基础的稳定，但是我们也在持续的去发布新的版本，来去继续探索在 PC 端的这样的机会。
But at the same time, you can also say that regarding IoT, and we still remain a very steady growth. Where for the PC end, including the Windows and the Mac system, and we're also going to maintain our stability there. But we're also trying to roll out new versions to continue to explore new opportunities on the PC end.
从2024年的这个趋势来看，因为Q1有春节这个因素的存在本身这是一个常规的大家是不会去比较少的去使用音乐 app， 所以在明年在 Q1 的 MAU 可能还会因为这个春节的因素会有一个微跌。
Well, at the same time, you can also say that regarding the trend of 2024, at the very beginning of 2024, we will be impacted by the Spring Festival in China. So during the Spring Festival, people seldom use music apps. So that's the reason in Q1 of 2024, you're going to see the MAUs being slightly decreased due to the Spring Festival reason.
但是在随后是随着我们可能未来几个 Q 以后的大版本以及Q 音乐的大版本以及酷狗本身这块的持续的优化，同时我们的营销策略会相比于23年有一个基于 ROI 的一个基于 ROI 本质上的一个营销费用提升，使我们更加关注渠道这部分的一个拉新和回流。那我们相信可能在随后的季度里面，我们整个的 MAU 会有一个一定的回升吧。
We are in the following quarters, as we are going to have the major version update regarding QQ Music, and we're also going to continue to improve the performance of Google Music. So I do believe, compared with 2023, our marketing strategy also going to have a ROI-based improvement. We're also going to pay more attention to the channel part, including the channel new user engagement and the returning of the old user back to our platform. So in the upcoming quarters, we're also going to expect the MAU improvement.
Okay, in response to your first questions, besides the share buyback, we are also proactively looking into the dividend possibilities as well. So we will be working on the detailed plan, and then we would like to improve the shareholders' equity benefits in the future.
Thank you, Kashan. The next question comes from the line of CICC. Xueqin, please.
Thank you. Thanks for taking my question, and also congratulations on the strong quarter. My question about AIGC. As you mentioned in the prepared remarks, TME has been using AIGC in many aspects. So could management elaborate a bit more about that? How you leverage AI in your business, and how does AI-empowered products contribute to the subscriber conversion and retention? Thank you.
对我们高度重视，并且紧密的跟进这个生成式 AI 的发展，将大模型融入到这个推荐整个创作、绘图和社交的场景之中。
Thank you very much. We have been closely monitor the latest development of large language models and integrated it into music recommendations and creations, as well as seeing and socializing.
对，因为与其他的可能公司不同，我们还是更加关注在应用层上如何去拓展大模型的使用的场景啊，所以主要的这个应用场景，我们现在目前是分了3个层面。
Because somewhat different from other companies, we're going to be more focused on the large language model application use case. So regarding the application use case, actually, I have 3 parts to share with you.
第一方面，我们还是希望通过大模型去提升产品的有趣性跟那个比较新奇的体验。我们最近也是在新版本中升级了我们的一起听的这个功能。
Well, first of all, we would like to leverage the large language model to make our product more appealing and more attractive to provide the user the brand new experience. So that is the reason in our latest version, we also updated Listen Together functionality.
对 Q 音让用户可以在 Q 音乐里面去找到一些虚拟的形象，和它更加快捷的找到，通过这个虚拟形象能够非常快捷的给它推荐符合当下情绪跟心情的歌曲。并且一起来消费。
So the user in our QQ Music, they will be able to draw and profile their avatars. And through this avatar, they will also be able to find the recommended music that really fit into their mood and emotions. And then they're going to consume more content.
对，在另外一个产品里面，我们在 QQ 音乐的宠物这个产品里面，我们也通过去增强我们的大模型的聊天能力，让用户可以跟他的宠物进行非常有趣的聊天，让他们来增强我们宠物的这样陪伴感。
Well, at the same time, another product is actually the small pet in QQ Music, and we're also going to leverage large language model to improve the conversation and the dialogue between the user and the pet, so that are going to have some very interesting chats to continue to improve the sense of the companion to our users.
第二部分是提升这个内容的创作效率，我们给音乐人去提供不同的。比较高，能够提升它效率的一个创作工具。
The second point I'm going to talk about is how we can leverage large language model to improve the creation efficiency to the content. We do provide effective tools for music creation to the creators.
最近在启明星里面的那个歌曲的整个分离功能，就基本上可以把人声跟歌曲整个这个作曲直接分离，现在也受到了音乐人的欢迎。
Where we can say that recently we have already enabled the separation function in the Venice functions. So generally speaking, it can directly separate the vocals from the entire composition of the song, which is very popular among musicians.
对吧？我们目前在全民 K 歌、酷狗和启明星上都推出了。使用自己的音色来 AI 做歌的能力，让用户可以制作出多种语言、不同曲风的作品。
In addition, we also launched the AI-based composition functionalities through NYSE and Venus, as well as Google. In other words, that user can actually create their own preferred songs or the compositions according to their preferred style.
对，而且这个我们也发现，其实它具备了非常好的一个商业的前景，就用户其实是愿意为自己做的这个歌 AI 所做的歌曲来付出自己的一些成本的。
Well, at the same time, through those function and enablement, we also find a very promising commercial prospects because user they are actually willing to pay some of their money for those songs that has been produced with AI-enabled tools.
在广告获客上，我们也通过 AIGC 去生成不同的。推广素材，然后我们也发现，通过这样的投放素材，使我们本身的转化效率有一个比较好的提升。
Well, regarding the customer acquisition, we can also leverage AIGC to generate different promotional materials. We find out after allocating those materials to the market, it can also help to boost the conversion rate.
我们也还发现，通过使用大模型，能够让我们在站内的音乐推广上能够得到更好，比以前来说有一个更高比例的一个数据的一个提升。
Well, at the same time, we also find out after applying large language model, we will also have a very good growth regarding the music recommendations within the app, a huge improvement compared with before.
所以我们相信说 AIGC 和就生成式 AI 这个整体的对我们本身的产品应该还有比较好的一个推进作用。我们也会密切的跟踪本身在包括 Sono 这些整个的这个行业里面最新的这样技术的发展，然后能尽快的在我们的产品中应用过去。
So generally speaking, we do believe AIGC is benefiting our industry and help to further improve the performance of our product. We're also going to keep an eye on the latest development, including Sonar and other latest technology, and making sure they could also be adopted by our product as soon as possible.
Thank you. And the next question comes from Thomas Chung from Jefferies.
Hi, good evening. Thanks, management, for taking my questions and congratulations on a very solid set of results. I have a question regarding our music net adds. Given the solid performance that we are seeing in Q4, 3.7 million, we thought is better than the street expectation. How should we think about the net adds trend coming into Q1 and 2024? And over the long run, how should we think about our music subs number? Thank you.
好的。由于我们这个多年的这个市场教育，那么用户呢对我们的高品质这个音乐的付费的习惯日益成熟，我们开始进入了收获期。
Thank you very much. Thanks for your question. Where you can say that because we provided a high quality product to the market and after years of education to the user, and now they are happy to pay for the service and product, and the user is becoming more mature. And I think we are now stepping into the season of harvest.
24年呢，我们会以这个 ROC 这个为前提，那么适度的加上一些推广的这个情况，那么让更多的这个高潜的用户能够接触和使用我们的高质服务，然后用我们完善的内容库和平台，能够将他们留下来。这个是我们目前来讲在 Net Edge 上的一些做法吧。
In the year of 2024, we're going to keep an eye on ROC and also trying to further improve our product and also with more marketing strategy. And we do hope those high potential customers can get access to our high quality service and product. And our very well established content library and platform will retain those users with us. So this is indeed the strategy we have for this year.
23年呢，这个上半年在疫情放开之后呢，我们这个由于通勤和线下音乐类活动的复苏，为我们创造了这个非常好的这个外部环境。那加上我们的运营的这个提升和这个有力的执行力呢，让我们比我们的预期很快的转化积累了大量的这个付费用户。那么我们全年的会员净增量是远超22年的，那么达到了1820万，那为我们后续的扩大会员的盘子奠定了一个非常好的基础。
In H1 of 2023, after the reopening of the pandemic, because the travel has been allowed and the offline musical event has been restored, which create a very enabling external environment for our business. Along with our very strong operational capacity and very robust execution, we will be able to accumulate many paying users based upon the enabling external environment and the fast conversion rate. So in the year of 2023, actually the net added value for our subscription user reached 182 million, and which lay a very solid foundation for us to further expand the user base in the near future.
那么到24年呢，我们将会这个平衡这个 Net Adds 和 UP 值之间的这个发展吧。那么我们有信心把在线音乐和包月收入增速维持在一个非常健康的水平。
Well, regarding the year of 2024, we're going to balance the net adds and ARA. And we have every confidence we will be able to maintain the online music business and the subscription revenue at a very healthy level.
2024年这个开年以来呢，我们受益于我们的产品创新和服务权益的扩大等运营策略带来的这个好的一些体验。那么我们加上配合了我们春节的一些运营推广活动，我们也看到了高于预期的一些效果。那么为24年的这个健康发展奠定了坚实的基础。
Well, regarding the year of 2024, right after we entered into the year of 2024, benefited from our product innovation and user privilege expansion, along with our very robust execution strategy. and we offer the high-quality experience to the users. Along with our operational and promoting events during the Chinese Spring Festival, we see the performance is better than what we expected. It also laid a very solid foundation for the healthy development of our business in 2024.
我们还会后面就更关注我们超级会员就高 UP 值的这些会员的发展。在24年主要是超级会员以及在其他渠道，包括车载部分和 TV 部分的这部分的会员的运营，也希望通过这些方式能够去整体去提升我们的音乐 UP。但最重要的，我们想强调的是，实际上我们还是更优先的是保证我们整个包月收入的更加稳健的增长。
Where in the near future, we're also going to keep an eye on the operation and the development of the super users, or should I call the high up value users. Those users are the key. We're going to also further expand their experience in other channels, including in-car experience and the TV users. We do hope by operating them and well manage them, it can also help us to overall improve the RF for the music business. But more importantly, I should also say that what we're going to prioritize is to make sure we have a steady and robust growth for subscription revenue.
Thank you. We're approaching the end of the conference call. I'll now turn over to Kachin for closing remarks.
Okay, thank you everyone for joining us today. If you have any further questions, please feel free to contact TME's Investor Relations team. This concludes today's call, and the company looks forward to speaking with you again next quarter. Thank you so much and goodbye.